Day one of eating only what I can catch and forage for in the wild. This is a long video, so sit back and relax. I just got to a fishing location and it is incredibly weedy. I only have rooster tails and spinners. I don't have any of those topwater lures or frogs or whatever. So I'm gonna get snagged and I don't think I'm gonna catch any fish, but I'm gonna try anyways. Look at that. How am I going to fish with a rooster tail with this? Let's cast out over there and see if I can get anything. See, I'm running this white rooster tail. This has been pretty effective at catching bass lately, so let's give it a try. Immediately snagged. But I think I'm okay here. All I'm catching is a bunch of weeds here. I don't think I'll catch any like bass or pike like this, so I'm gonna switch over to my really portable rod and see if I can catch some panfish. That might work. But yeah, this is all I'm catching today. I've got this really portable fishing rod and reel. It extends like this. It's telescoping. There you go. It's really nice. It's pretty shallow over here and there's a lot of weeds. So I think about a foot drop is fine. I've got this right here. This should work. The small J hook, just a standard one. I've got my sinker there and then my bobber here. Just gonna place one of them on the hook. Just like that. And that should work. Let's catch some panfish. You literally can see it right there in the water. Right there. I'm getting no activity. Normally right by this pier or this dock or whatever, there's always fish swimming around in this area. I'm getting nothing. See, I'm jigging it too. I'm getting nothing. There's probably nobody fishing here because there's no fish here. All right, I'm gonna go cast out over there. It's a lot deeper over there, and I know that I usually catch perch down over there. It goes down about 15 feet down over there. Because all I'm catching is this. All right, I think it's time to move. This is not a good spot. Beautiful place to fish right here, you know, but yeah, I don't have a topwater lure, so this is not going to work. This might be a good spot to fish. It doesn't look as weedy. It's pretty shallow right here though, but oh, it does look a little weedy down over there. I'm casting right up to the weed line. All right, let's try the small rod. Okay. Oh. I'm getting nibbles though. I'm getting nibbles. Oh, there, see? It's not taking it though. It's not taking it. Just nibbling on it. I was robbed. I was robbed. I cast back out and see if I can catch one. Okay, there you go. Oh, got one, got one. Yes. Yes. Oh, wow. This is awesome. Got some fish to eat. Very nice. Very nice. There you go. So I have this snare wire that I have in my backpack that I'm going to use as a stringer for the fish here. There you go. I'm going to fold this over like that and twist for a loop there. Now this end, go through the mouth and just like that. And now this end, loop it like this too and twist. Now I'm going to tie some bank line right here and tie it to this right there. And the other end just gets tied to the backpack. There you go. That should still catch a fish. I'm going to cast up front. There you go. Oh, oh, got one. Yes. Yes. Yes, this is nice. Very, very nice. Ooh. Move this. There you go. All right, lost my bait. We're gonna move. All right, this looks like a good spot. It's very, very shallow right here, but I might be able to catch some fish here. At one last cast, and I'm going to switch over to the panfish rod. See if I can catch some sunfish. Yep, nothing. Just like that. There's a better spot under the tree. I'm going to try over there instead. Because right here, it's way too open and I'm not going to catch any fish here. This is a much better spot. They're just completely robbing me. They're just robbing me left and right. They're just stealing it off of the hook. Here, I'll show you what's going on. I want them to take the hook, but I don't think that's happening. I might have to switch to a smaller hook. I do have all of my fishing gear here, so yeah, so I think what they're doing is they're biting it a couple of times and then they just rip it off of the hook. They're not sucking in the hook at all. And so, yeah, they're just ripping it off. See, they're nibbling it. Oh wait, look at that. See, they're still testing it. See, that's all they're doing. They're not like pulling and they're not taking the hook. Here's my tackle box. I have a really, really, really small hook, I think, somewhere in here. Oh, I have a fly. Don't know if this will work. I'll save that for later. So I could either use this one right here, if it wants to focus. There you go. So this one, or I can use this fly. This fly is a smaller hook. Let's give it a try. I don't know if these sunfish will go for these flies, but we'll give it a try. Tiny fly. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna try it by itself first, and if it's not working, I'll put this thing on. So I'm getting hits and nibbles on this fly, but I'm not landing anything. Yeah, maybe that'll work. Oh, no way! way! No way! I got myself a bass. No freaking way. Oh, got myself a largemouth bass. Look how small it is. I'm gonna bring this home and eat. This will be a nice young small bass to try and eat. Minnesota doesn't have a size minimum. It's just bass limits and that's it basically. But yeah, I am gonna bring this home and eat. I have a larger bass at home right now, and I want to compare the two and see if a small one like this tastes better than a large one. But yo, that's so unexpected. I wasn't expecting to catch a bass. That's awesome. I doubt I'm gonna catch anything else that's good, but I'm gonna cast out one more time for a couple more times and see how I do. But I'm gonna call it a day after a couple more casts. Oh, got one. That was quick. That was quick. There you go. This smaller hook works so much better. All right, that's fish number 4. Another one. These are going to be so good, just fried up. There you go. Yes. A baby one. There you go. All right, so the activity has died off completely. I'm not getting any more nibbles or bites, so we're gonna take all of the fish home and clean and cook and eat them. Found a bunch of mulberry trees here while I'm fishing, so I'm gonna grab a bunch of the berries and bring them home. Just a ton of them up on this tree. This is a good source of food. These will ripen up in like a couple of days, maybe even a week. Mulberry leaves are actually edible, so you can grab the young leaves and you can cook them and eat them. I'm collecting the young new growth leaves here on the ends too. These are all the mulberries and leaves that I collected. So I'm gonna wash all of this and we're gonna cook this down and eat. There's a ridiculous amount of mosquitoes out, so I'm getting a fire started. Here, I've got my kindling. All right, let's get started finally. I'm so hungry. There's the largemouth bass. And we're just gonna use the head as fish head soup later on. I'm just gonna scale it. There you go, the largemouth bass. Now I'm going to clean all of the sunfish. This one here had a sack of eggs that I'm going to keep and eat. Yeah, they're still twitching because it's so fresh. These small ones that I got are going to fry up really, really nice. All right, so let's start cooking. I put the fish in a saltwater brine for a little bit so that it gives it some flavor. And that way the salt also acts as like a preservative as well if I don't end up eating it all. Here's the fish. place it on a plate here. Wow, look at the bass. It looks so good. I got more food to cook, even the mulberry leaves, and I got some garlic scapes also to cook. These are the mulberries that I collected, but let's give this a try. So this right here is the bass, and it looks incredibly flaky and soft. Let me see. I'm trying to split it from the bones here. Ah, yeah. 4th of July, so there's gonna be noisy kids outside. All right, here you go. This is a boneless fillet. Oh, wow. Wow. That was so tender, flaky, and the best bass that I've ever had. Oh man, that was good. It was seasoned perfectly too. That saltwater brine definitely made this tasty. Yeah. Oh my god, this is so good. It's definitely the way that you cook fish, the way you season it, the way you process it, that ends up like making the fish either taste bad or taste good. Here's the small bluegill. The salt brings out the sweetness of the fish. There's the tail. Just eat the whole thing. We're going to lightly cook the eggs here. I got these garlic scapes. They're essentially the flowering section of the hard neck garlic. Center stalk comes up, and this is what comes up. It loops around, and there's a flower here. These taste amazing. It tastes like a mix between asparagus and garlic. It has that garlicky kick to it, and it's spicy. But it's sweet. There's like a sweetness to it. So I'm just gonna snap it off like this into pieces, and I'm just gonna cook it up. And this gets rid of the spiciness of it, and it'll bring out the sweetness, and it's gonna be amazing. You can also eat this flower section as well, but it's a little tougher, but it's still edible. There you go. All right, look at the garlic scapes. Looks so good. That's so good. It's really sweet. It's tender, it's soft, it's crunchy like asparagus. I think I'm going to have to reduce the amount of oil or not use oil at all, because for a survival sort of challenge, I don't think this will really work if I'm eating a ton of oil all the time. So I might have to limit it to like seasonings and stuff like that. Oil is just going to add a ton of calories, and that's not what I'm trying to do here. Okay, well, here are the eggs. Here are the fish eggs. There you go. Let's try it. Wow. There's no fishiness or anything to it. It's hard to describe, but it's good. Look at that. You know what? It actually does taste pretty eggy, like a chicken egg almost. It is fluffy, you know, like almost like how eggs would be, like scrambled eggs or something. But it's fluffy because all of the individual eggs, you know, they kind of break apart, but they are kind of together and cohesive, you know, as one piece. It's not bad at all. Surprisingly, this is the only thing that I've really eaten all day. And although I was hungry at first, I don't really feel hungry anymore. These are the mulberries. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a really big fan of mulberries. They're okay. Some of them taste weird. The more tart ones taste a little better to me, in my opinion. And these white ones, I don't like them a whole lot. They are sweet, but I don't like the taste of them that much. They're okay. For a survival challenge, to have something sweet like this is actually pretty good. This is a treat. I probably would be loving this on day 15 or something. Actually, when you eat them all together like that, it's not that bad. It's actually a lot better. I might make a jam or a jelly or something out of this, maybe. I might cook it down. We'll see. I really want to give this a try and see how this cooks. Cook it slightly with some water and just a tiny bit of oil, and then add some salt and see how this turns out. But yeah, these are the mulberry leaves. This is natural spring water that I collected in a local area. It's just incredibly good water. It's so good. A little bit of water. Some of the mulberry leaves. Well, all of them, I guess. That'll cook down. Some salt. Add a little bit of curry powder. Oh, look at that. This is wild foraged food. This is so cool. Except for like, well, you could kind of consider the garlic scapes as foraged food. It was from a garden, just not my garden. There you go. It's good. It's very palatable. That's how you should call it, yeah. Only thing is, the leaf is somewhat chewy. Not really chewy, but it's somewhat tough, you know, almost leathery. But as you chew it, it breaks down. There's no off-putting taste or anything. There's no bitterness or anything like that either. It's really good. Definitely can continue eating mulberry leaves. Next time though, I'm gonna cook some stinging nettle. Got a load of stinging nettle over here on my side, and yeah, I'm gonna cook that. In my fridge right now, I have really large bass that's chopped up. It's been salted and brined already. I'm going to cook that tomorrow, and I'll be eating that. Because that large mouth bass that I caught, I can't eat it all in one sitting. It's really large. Then I have also got some smallmouth bass that I caught, but I really want a fish that's really fatty. And so I need to go and catch some catfish. So I'm going to figure out when and where I should go to catch some catfish, because I want to make a soup out of it, and eat like the skin and everything too for all of the fat. That would be a good addition to the survival challenge. This fish here, I am going to just start cooking them up right here lightly, pan frying them, or I might even like just save this and make a soup out of them. They're already been brined, and so it's pretty salty. I don't know, I'll figure this out, but that is day one of my survival challenge of eating and cooking what I can forage for and what I can catch. So stay tuned for day 2 later.